The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Here we go. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Charlotte Hornets. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Randle with the bucket.
Boy, when we talk about guys taking that step, improving their game, Julius Randle, the example of this. He worked so hard on that jump shot.
Now here's Morant. Gobert pulls it in. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thanks, David. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
To the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Morant for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And here's Edwards from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
And that one's good, Morant.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Edwards. And here's Reddish. Here he goes. And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And it's Morant missing. This one for three. Edey with the rebound. And Morant's got the ball here for Detroit. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Puts it up. Morant with another miss.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Now here's Morant. He has 5. Into the lane. And Morant throws it down.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
The Pistons leading. Thompson outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to White. The three. Detroit with the rebound. 1:44 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Morant. He's got 7. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
And the wide open shot from Reddish. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Here's Morant. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Reddish's shot is good.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Now here's Morant. He's got 11.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Edwards with the screen. White wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Morant scanning the floor. There's the pick. Driving the lane.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. It's Detroit. They're up by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves trade. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
It's Morant with the drive. Done with some nice D. Here's DiVincenzo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jaden Ivey. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Pass to Thompson. Up top, Morant. 13 points in the game. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Minnesota in the lead. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Hits the three-point bomb.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And that one is good.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. Poked away.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons are in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Ivy on the wing. 6 on the shot clock.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Here's Morant. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Alexander Walker. Nails the open triple off the fast break. Alexander Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Thompson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
And here are the Timberwolves. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. With the drive, the rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Reddish. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Reddish has got 10 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
Here's Edwards. A shake. Edey with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 9. Morant with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And we all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Here's White. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. Ivy with it. Still without a basket. Drills it from outside.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
White, good.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And stolen by Thompson. A three from Morant. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Here's the screen. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Fires the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Here's White. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And we've reached halftime in this one. Timberwolves lead by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so it's Minnesota with it. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Now DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land. Detroit with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. The shot by Ivy, no good. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the 3. Out to the wing. Morant drives in. Rebound by Alexander Walker. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities. All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Comes up empty down low.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Stolen by Jackson. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That's good from Morant.
Now an all-NBA caliber talent, Morant still feels like he has room to improve.
Substitution on the floor.
Outside Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Thompson. And it's White with the rebound.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Here's White. Takes the 3, and the 3 ball is good. White's got 9.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And it's Morant missing. And so White will bring it up for Minnesota. The lead is 15. And stolen by Ivy. Now Detroit moving it up. Out to the right wing. To the right side. Now here's Morant for 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Knocked away. And stolen by White. Here's the break. No one near Randall as he lets it go. They get it back. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Gobert. Rebounded by Jackson.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
They could use a bucket. Rebound, Minnesota. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Well, if you're Julius Randle, sprint the floor and get an easy one.
Pistons trailed by 19. There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Here's Heaney. Got it from 16 feet. And here are the Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Morant. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And both free throws good for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Nobody near Schroeder. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Randall from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Randall's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Ivey with the bucket.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
First personal foul. Team
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Tries again. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Edwards got 15 points.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Puts up a deep three. The shot off that time. Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
First personal foul.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Timberwolves substitution. Number 9.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action in just a minute.
62.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Sasser.
I got yours.
The shot by Stewart with no one around. Off target from outside.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Jones, no one around him. His three-pointer's off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 23. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
First personal
Of
foul.
course, we're in the world now of super agencies, which consolidate player representation. What do you think?
Kev, I think obviously it gives some more power to the players because of the bargaining leverage. But for player movement, does it give more power to the big market teams? We're going to have to watch this unfold.
There's Green with the three. They get a hand on it.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Alexander Walker.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Alexander Walker with the ball. To the middle. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Morant. And it's White with the rebound.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Detroit, no good that time either.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Shoots the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Edwards got 6 in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The three from Morant. Drills the three-pointer. Morant got 24 points.
Not to be outstaged, Morant saying right back at you.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
Team second.
Morant left side. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
I'm watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
And here's Reddish. Outside, White. Pulls it up. Thompson with the rebound. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Morant. And he lays it straight in. Morant's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Pass to Reddish. 6 to shoot. A crossover. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
So I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line.
That free throw missing.
Reddish. Cameron. Reddish. 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here's Morant. It's stolen by Reddish. Lets the 3 fly. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
3 points.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Wasted no time on that one. Edwards got 18 points just in the second half.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And Edwards slams it in.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
The three-pointer, no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Ivy. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Now here's White. Jacks up a three. And it's Morant with the rebound. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Team 4.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Everybody stand up if you ever had your back against the wall and had to fight back. It's your anthem. My view from the top of the moon, I can see the whole world sitting in my hand, a maze of rules. We finna break the rules, and we gon' make them too. I can't fall asleep, I gotta stand tall, that's what a leader do. Follow me, I'm leading you. Hey, we finna turn up, crank up the heat in here, they finna burn up. Told them I'm coming, I'm here, tell them they time up. I said it once, I'ma say it again, this here be my year. I ain't gon' show no fear, I know that I'm built to equip for what God want me to do. I'm number one out the two, it don't know where I'ma lose. I hate the struggle, but it made me harder. I made it far, but I wanna go farther. This not for me, this for my son and my daughter, my family tree and that order. I'm the chosen one, I'm wearing that jacket. I was down, now I'm up, now I was the underdog, now look who be left. I'm better than you guys, yeah. The champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' bow, never fall, the champions, the champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' bow, never fall, I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it. I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it, rock on it. Do dirt on my neck, try to bury me. Do salt on me like that was seasoning. Now this my season. Weathered every storm that was sent my way, but promise you it wasn't easy. Took some patience and grieving. I was believing when no one believed me. I was believing when no one believed me. Now they gotta see me from the nosebleed or the front row. I don't care who I see. Dreams to reality, I'm too real for reality TV. Remember I was poor, now I'm writing this song from a balcony. Told them watch out for me, but they ain't see me coming at it. On that road, feel like keep pushing even though we don't feel right. Blood, sweat, and tears just to live life. Talk to God even when I didn't see light. Still talk to him when it got bright. Dark days were made for the spotlight. We paid, now mama can sleep tight. The champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' bow, never fall. The champions, champions, champions. Hey, we gon' bow, never fall. I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it. I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it, rock on it.
It's a couple different ways you make it out this life. Know your steps just in case they come cut out the lights. Got no respect for no reading out my rights. Fame expensive, maybe we can speak about the price. When they talk about my name, know I define greatness. We couldn't rush a day, it took divine patience. Ain't nothing been the same, that's just my observation. These memories never fade, no I cannot erase them. I done watched loyalty disintegrate, blowing in the wind, windows down on the interstate. I was confused, I always thought when the money came, that meant sunny days and all your problems just went away. Ain't nothing slow me down like when I had a Sprite. Sometimes it was, then it was like we was at the light. They be that precise, you're not familiar with begging God to just bring them back. My energy protected, I've been burning sage. Follow how you feelin', you won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it, don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing, I tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help? If I really wasn't, would you help? If I really wasn't, would you help? When your talent speak for itself, never pretend to be great. I moved on from that Nike box, I tried to fill up a safe. Get real, it turn you numb, feel like your feelings erase. You ain't never got the chills till you shake. Homie, the streets cold. No contributions to nothing I was pursuing. I understand it's hard to call it a movement if it ain't moving. Keep your energy the same from all them days when I felt ruined. Had everything to gain, but you complain while we regrouping.